After finding those mages, I became quite famous as a tracker. This proved quite helpful for getting more contracts.
You there, Ferelden. I wish to speak with you. I've heard you have dealings with certain elements in the city. You can get things done on the sly, as they say.
That's a fancy way to put it.
I am a magistrate in this city, and as such, I wish to hire you for a small, albeit important, job. A man I sentenced to a life in prison has escaped custody. He's been tracked to an abandoned ruin outside the city. I'd like you to retrieve the fugitive and hand him over to the guard.
Why is there such a clamor to catch this man? What has he done?
He's escaped. That's reason enough to catch him.
We're both intelligent people. There's something in the ruins, isn't there?
There is something, yes. There are creatures in the ruins. The guards I sent are ill-equipped to deal with such beasts.
Do you know what manner of beasts they are?
I don't know what they look like. I've never seen one myself. The guards say these things have already torn through a full company of men.
I'll take the job.
Bring the fugitive in alive, quickly and quietly. Not only will you be well paid, you'll have the gratitude of a city magistrate. Useful for a refugee, wouldn't you agree?
His kind offering their gratitude, they have no intention of paying you.
It was even worse than that.
I hear you're in need of a bit of help.
Ah, so you're the reinforcements the magistrate promised. The man you're looking for, he's holed up in the ruins. Though I doubt he's still in one piece.
That bastard's to be brought in alive after all he's done? Just because it isn't you and your pretty little Shemlin children he's after.
Look at these guards. I doubt either of them has to worry about having pretty children.
That's not what I meant. The man you're after, he targets elves. He dragged my daughter into those ruins and killed her! I want him dead! My girl, Leah, she wasn't his first victim. Over the years, he's taken dozens of our children, and not once has he paid for his crimes.
There must be some humans who would take offense to these disappearances.
We're nothing to them. Even if this murderer does finally go before the courts, the magistrate won't take our word over his.
Would you mind telling me who you are?
My name is Elwin. I'm a merchant in the city. Please, no one else cares that our children are being slaughtered like beasts.
Why only elves? Why not human children as well?
We're easy prey. No one thinks twice when an elven child disappears.
Disgusting. Same thing everywhere.
I'll tear his throat out myself.
Thank you, Ciri. You have no idea what this means. For all my damn coin, I'm still only an elf to these Shemlin. There'll be no justice for my girl in the courts of Kirkwall.
I'm sure I can't be blamed if I find him beaten into a bloody pulp by unknown assailants.
Then that bastard will finally get what he deserves. Thank you.
Not wise, stranger. You try to take justice into your own hands, the magistrate'll have your head.
Better men have tried, and failed. Horribly.
Those monsters were the usual arachnomorphs, and some wraiths.
Go down!
Who are you? Please, can you get me out of here? I just want to go home.
Leah? Your father told us you were dead.
My father? Is he safe? Kelder said that he'd hurt my family if I didn't come with him.
Who is Kelder?
The man who took me.
How did you escape your dastardly kidnapper? Kick to the groin? Sand in the eyes? Rock to the head?
Kelder? No, he let me go. I tried to make it to the entrance, but I hid when those creatures showed up. I thought I heard him calling for me. I almost went back to him. I didn't want to be eaten. But Kelder, he hit me, told me I was nothing. I begged him to stop hurting me. I didn't think he would, but out of nowhere, he pushed me away and just started crying. Don't you see? He didn't mean to hurt me. He told me. There are demons. They make him do these horrible things.
I'll have to remember to use that. A demon made me do it.
There are a lot of cruel people out there, Princess. Completely demon-free.
But it's true. How else could he do something like this? Please.
Sorry, he's a dead man.
But it's not his fault. It's not.
Run to the entrance. You'll find your father there.
I knew my father would eventually send someone. I was hoping the beasts down here would get to me first.
You wanted those creatures to kill you. Why?
It's what I deserve. I should be torn apart, forgotten down here, not protected by my father.
The magistrate sent me. I've never even met your father.
He didn't tell you, did he? The magistrate is my father. He's tried so hard to keep me, and what I've done, hidden away.
He can't seriously condone you killing children. The magistrate's more worried about keeping his job than doing his job.
Father is a good man. He tried to help, to stop me. But he can't. No one can. That elf girl, she had no right to be so beautiful, so perfect. The demons said she needed to be taught a lesson, like all the others. The Circle was supposed to help me, but they lied. They said there were no demons, that I was mad. This isn't my fault.
Let me get this straight. You torture and murder elven children for being too beautiful.
I didn't want to hurt them. They forced me. The demons don't like it when they cry.
If the Circle suspected a demon at work, they wouldn't risk setting you loose in the city.
No. They lied.
Coward. Doesn't even have the balls to own up to his own depravity.
I can't stop. I've tried so many times. Please, you have to kill me. There's no other way.
First smart thing he's said. Give him what he wants.
Just tell my father I'm sorry. For everything.
Must you be so dramatic?
You saved her. My little girl. I didn't dare hope... Did you find that monster? Is he dead?
He won't harm Leah or anyone else. Ever again.
I didn't believe an elf could ever get justice in Kirkwall. I speak for all of us when I say that we are in your debt, Ciri.
I feel just as bad for those knife ears as the next man. But ignoring the magistrate's direct orders, that's madness.
The magistrate, he certainly didn't pay you.
Of course not. I counted myself lucky not being thrown out of Kirkwall. But it turned out there were plenty more people missing.
Please, can you help me? My brother.
Give me the details.
Karen was always so devout, so idealistic. He was so proud when the Templars accepted him. I pleaded with him not to join the Order, but he wouldn't listen. You hear dark rumors about the Templars and Knight Commander Meredith. And now my brother is gone.
What have you heard about the Templars?
People harboring escaped mages just disappear. Templars interrogate and threaten passers-by. My friend has a cousin who's a mage, and she says he was made tranquil against his will. You hear more with every passing day.
So you think the Templars, what, killed and ate your brother?
Maker forbid. I don't know what happened. He just stopped writing me. I tried to see him, but Knight Commander Meredith threw me out. They won't tell me anything.
I'd be putting myself at risk, possibly crossing the Templars. Why should I do this for you?
I have precious little, but if you find my brother, I will manage some way to pay you. Perchance, in your journeys, if you find yourself in the gallows, ask the other recruits, Wilmerd and Hugh, about my brother. They were Karen's closest friends in the Order. If anyone knows where he is, it's them. Maker bless you and watch after you in this endeavor.
Do you know a recruit named Karen? His sister is looking for him.
We cannot speak to you, Messer.
Oh, good. We'll just be leaving then. To go somewhere that isn't the gallows.
To the void with that. Karen and the others are missing.
But our orders...
The Knights aren't doing anything to find them. Maybe it's time to ask for outside help.
I wasn't even certain Karen was missing. Who else is gone?
The first ones disappeared weeks ago. There's been at least half a dozen. Wilmerd and Karen were the most recent.
Why must you keep silent about Karen?
You obviously aren't a Templar, Monsieur. No. No Templars in this family.
A Knight Lieutenant gives you an order, and you obey, without question. They told us not to breathe a word about Karen and the others.
They must have their reasons.
And that'll be a great comfort if you go missing next.
You're already defying orders to talk to me. Might as well share the good stuff.
I hear that Knight Commander Meredith has some new initiation you have to go through. If you're not strong enough or fervent enough in belief, you don't make it out alive. Her own people? That's horrible.
And you honestly believe that?
Recruits keep going missing.
Wilmerd came back.
What?
He did. I saw him this morning.
If Wilmerd came back, he might know more about the other missing recruits.
I bet he would.
Wilmerd told me he was going outside Kirkwall. Clear his head, he said.
Why didn't you tell us this?
Knight Captain Cullen ordered it, right before he chased after Wilmerd. That wasn't too long ago. If you hurry, you may catch them on the road.
Andraste be my witness, Wilmerd. I will have the truth from you now!
Mercy, sir. Mercy.
Were it that easy?
Don't hit me.
I will know where you're going, and I will know now!
Why are you doing this to Wilmerd? Answer me.
It's the Knight Captain. Don't.
This is Templar business, stranger.
You have struck me the last time, you pathetic human. To me!
Maker preserve us. I knew he was involved in something sinister. But this... is it even possible?
Do you think he was possessed?
Normally, we only worry that mages will fall victim to possession. I have heard of blood mages or demons in solid form who could summon others into unwilling hosts. But I'd not thought one of our own would be susceptible.
With what I've bumped into in Kirkwall, nothing surprises me anymore.
I am Knight Captain Cullen. I thank you for your assistance. I've been conducting an investigation of some of our recruits who have gone missing. Wilmot was the first to return. I had hoped to confront him quietly, out of sight.
If you didn't know he was possessed, why draw your sword on a recruit?
He'd only been back a few days when he left again secretly. It set off some warning bells. I meant to scare him into a confession. He had to believe my threats were genuine.
The recruits believed that Meredith was conducting some sort of deadly ritual.
What? That's preposterous. Recruits can be worse than a weaving circle with their rumors. There is a vigil before Templars take their arms, but the gravest danger they face is falling asleep.
Do you know what happened to Wilmot while he was gone?
Obviously more than I had anticipated. Wilmot has never been fully convinced of the Order's rules. Mages cannot be our friends. They must always be watched. I thought Wilmot might be meeting with some old friends who'd escaped the Circle.
I've got friends who are mages. Are you saying they need to always be watched as well?
I was at the Circle Tower in Ferelden during the Blight. I saw firsthand how Templars' trust and leniency can be rewarded. I still have nightmares of Uldred's depravities.
I was trying to find another recruit, a friend of Wilmot's. Do you know where Karen is?
He also disappeared. They were last seen together at the Blooming Rose. But I had no luck interrogating the, young ladies there. I doubt they know anything of magic or demons.
I'd be willing to search there.
Blooming Rose, what's that?
It's a brothel, Geralt. Quite expensive, like the Passiflora. You'll see.
The Order would truly be in your debt if you helped us with this. No one at the brothel will speak with me for fear I would shut them down for serving our recruits. If you learn what manner of creature did this to Wilmot, please come tell me in the gallows. I will ensure you are rewarded.
So, Prince Charming is working for the temple guards in that world.
Be careful if you're going into the Rose. It's a favorite hangout of crime bosses and tax collectors.
And here we are in the brothel. My day is complete.
The difference between a courtesan and a whore is... well, their shoes are nicer.
I don't think anyone's looking at their shoes.
Madame Lucine runs the place for Harlan. Or with him. Or on him. It's a coterie thing.
Do you need something, honey?
A couple of Templar recruits went missing. They were last seen here.
You'll have to be more specific. We do a lot of business with the Templars.
We have a lot of missing Templars. If we don't act quickly, we may only find corpses.
Now, no need to get all dramatic on me. Let me look through the books. Wilmot, Karen... Here we go. Wilmot came in here a lot. You sure he had time to be a Templar? The both of them last saw Iduna, the exotic wonder from the east.
That's quite the stage name.
It sounds better than the tramp from Darktown. You should hear what some of the others are called.
Thank you for your help.
Sure thing. And listen, you didn't hear any of this from me. We clear?
You must be the exotic wonder of the East. Do you remember entertaining a Templar named Wilmot a few weeks ago? Or Karen?
Wilmot. That doesn't sound familiar.
Do your clients like this charade? It must get dreadfully tiresome.
Whatever do you mean? Questions are boring. Why don't we have some real fun?
Hawke, go easy on this lovely creature.
You should listen to your friend.
We have to ask her about Karen. What's your problem?
Yes. But certainly there's no harm mixing a little business and pleasure.
You've got one more chance to answer me before I make you.
I'm just trying to make a living. No need to be cross.
Who told you about little old me?
It was Vivica. She showed me her books.
That wasn't so hard, was it? So, Vivica sold me out, did she? That drab, pathetic little sewer rat. She will be dealt with. Just do one more thing for me. Draw your blade and bring it gently across your throat.
Ciri.
Easy, I got this.
I will not obey you.
What are you doing? Stop that. Stop that now.
What? How did she do that? Bleeding ancestors, I feel like a fool.
Blood magic. It must be.
Maybe we can find answers somewhere around here. And then a cold shower.
Apostate prostitutes? Apostitutes!
It appears our new friends make their home in the Undercity. Shall we pay them a visit?
A whole sanctuary of blood mages. I hope we can stand against them.
How wonderful. More vessels for our experiments.
Where is Karen?
Perhaps the demons will find one of you suitable.
This demon worship thing is a real turn-off.
I am not some hopeless waif that ran crying to a demon. I sought them out and embraced them.
Why have you taken the recruits?
Demons can inhabit much more than mages and corpses. With assistance, they can control anyone I ask. Any Templar, any noble, any well-meaning meddler.
Go ahead. Try to give me to your demons.
Good, good. The demons like spirit. If a few more Templars fall to the demons, we can seed chaos in their ranks. How many abominations can they discover amongst their own before it drives the Knight Commander crazy?
Tell me where Karen is.
The experiments need so much fuel, you see. So many living vessels are found wanting. Useless vessels can still feed the compost heap, so it's not a complete waste.
You're worse than a monster. Goodbye.
Kill the vessels only if you must!
I'll deal with this.
Is it over?
Karen.
Yes, that's my name. Oh, thank the Maker. I thought he had abandoned me.
But is it only Karen? It could be Karen +1. A very nasty +1 at that.
The cage has opened. Thank Andraste.
Bethany, can you tell if there's a demon in him?
Sorry. As it happens, I've tried to avoid learning much about demons. That kind of knowledge is frowned on in an apostate.
Go ahead and leave, Karen. You've been through enough.
Don't tell the Templars. I don't know what they do to me. Please, I need to go back. Tell them I'm all right. Tell my sister. I must go.
Be careful when you tell Sir Colin about this. If it's not handled correctly, innocent mages may suffer for Tyranne's crimes.
I've got some good news and some bad news.
What? What is it?
Good news, Karen is safe. Bad news, half of your recruits may have been possessed by demons.
Sweet blood of Andraste.
Demons? Did you say something about the recruits and demons?
I didn't want to tell you, Masha. They were horrible. Those mages see the rest of us as ants to be crushed. They won't stop until they've destroyed the Chantry and the Templars forever.
Mages have been systematically abused by the Templars for 1,000 years.
How can you say that after what you've seen? Mages cannot be treated like people. They are not like you and me.
Surely that's a little harsh.
Maybe we shouldn't be arguing with the nice Templar. Smile and nod. Smile and nod.
They are weapons. They have the power to light a city on fire in a fit of pique.
I admit that does reduce their bargaining position. But there must be some middle ground.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps mages need better education as to why the Chantry functions as it does. Perhaps they would not go against the will of Andraste herself. I will look into it. For now, Karen, unless it is proven you are free of demons, I must strip you of your commission immediately.
No, you can't really think that. Karen's fine. He's safe.
He deserves mercy. What happened wasn't his fault.
Please, sir. I tried to resist. I never took anything they offered. I need this position, or my sister can't eat. I've been training for 5 years.
Karen did nothing wrong. You can't strip his livelihood on the off chance Tyranne succeeded.
Please, Knight Captain. I'll prove I'm loyal. Ask me anything.
My brother's a good man, sir. He would never succumb to a demon.
Perhaps it is best to keep our enemies close. We can watch him far better here than in the city. So be it. If he has shown no sign of demonic possession in 10 years' time, Karen will become eligible for full knighthood.
Thank you, Ciri. Again. But without a full knighthood, Karen's pay is so small. I do not know if I can reward you as you deserve.
I will handle that, miss. You have done the Order a great service. We will not forget it.
I shouldn't have taken the next contract, but it sounded like easy money.
What do you mean you can't help me?
This is a domestic matter, Ciri. If your wife has chosen to leave you, there's nothing we can do.
Ninette is my wife. She's legally bound to me. Bring her back.
We're done here.
Useless. Why are we still paying those sluggards?
I intend to claim the reward for finding your wife.
You are going to look for Ninette? Finally, someone who looks competent. That foolish woman has caused me nothing but embarrassment. She needs to be dragged home.
She's your wife, not a dog.
At least a dog could be trained. Her family is getting suspicious. They think I might have done something to her. Even if... well, I just want to make sure they know I didn't do it.
Why would her family think you did something to her?
They think I married her for her inheritance, and they know we have been fighting. They believe this is reason enough for me to hurt her, but I swear, on Andraste's pyre, I have done nothing.
Do you think Ninette might be in trouble?
It's their own doing. gallivanting about with men half her age. Pah! She's just trying to show me I am tied to her purse strings.
You're more concerned what her family thinks than what happened to her.
Ninette keeps the company of other men, huh? And makes no secret of it. I'll be better off with her gone. Well, as long as her family knows I had nothing to do with it, they would ruin me otherwise.
I can't imagine why she'd leave you. You're such a prize.
It wasn't always like this. We were in love once. She defied her parents to marry me. Sometimes, I wonder if I dreamed those years.
How long has your wife been gone?
About a month. I wasn't worried at first. She's run off before. Ninette is uncontrollable, you see. She comes and goes as she pleases.
I'll try my best to find Ninette and bring her home.
You should talk to Jethan at the Blooming Rose. I didn't know she visited whores. Until Jethan sent a letter to our house. He even sent her flowers once. Lilies. Her favorite. Ah, talking about it makes my head hurt. Good luck to you, Sarah.
The Blooming Rose. What do you suppose goes on in there?
Today's my rest day, but I'll make an exception for you. What can I say? Why work if you're not working hard?
Oh, I like him. He reminds me of someone.
I can see why Ninette liked you. You're feisty.
A refreshing change from the pale slug I married. I hear she finally left her worthless husband. Good for her. I just wish she'd said goodbye.
Male elves as whores. That's a thing there.
Those brothels are visited by men looking for women, men looking for men, women looking for men, women looking for women. In that aspect, they are much more open and curious than we. No one was eyeing me when I said I prefer women. But, as open as they are in the alcove, they are very bigoted about their religions. Chantry, old gods, elven gods, Kyun, new gods, demons. It's all a mess. They even wage wars about it.
If a god wishes the followers of another god dead, he should kill them himself. And if he can't, he is no god.
Did she tell you she left her husband?
No, I just hope that's what she did. Ghislaine only wants her for her family's wealth. Ninette's a jewel. Elegant, worldly, just the perfect level of depraved. Ghislaine doesn't deserve her.
Ghislaine knew about you and Ninette. Did he talk to you?
The man is incapable of talking. He came here, yelled at me, called me a dirty knife-ear, among other things, and accused me of corrupting his wife. We had him thrown out.
Do you think Ninette has come to harm?
I hope not. Everyone loves Ninette. Sometimes twice a night. Ghislaine's the only one who might hurt her, and he doesn't have the balls for it.
So you don't actually know anything?
What made you think I would? Anyway, there was someone else looking for Ninette. A Templar. I believe his name was Emmerich. He wouldn't sleep with me either. I can't see why a Templar would be interested in anyone who isn't a mage.
Any chance Ninette's an apostate?
Well, she certainly cast a spell on me. Anyway, if Ninette was a mage, I think Emmerich would have said so.
Someone else Ninette spent special alone time with, perhaps?
She always liked men in uniform. You could ask him yourself. Emmerich said he'd continue his investigation in Darktown. You could see if he's still there. And if you find Ninette, tell her to drop by and see me sometime.
The people we're meeting. I'm not sure who's worse, the apostates or the Templars. I wish I didn't need either of them.
Ah, the Blooming Rose, where people come, then go.
I don't want to hurt you. Seems to be. I thank you, Ciri, for coming along when you did. I am Emmerich.
You're older than I thought you'd be. Ninette seems to go for the young, pointy-eared sorts.
What?
Ninette de Crack. I hear she got around. And you were asking about her, so I just assumed.
Preposterous. I was concerned that she was in danger, and that is all. However, the investigation has been a waste of time.
Why did you even bother?
This all started when Meren, one of our Circle mages, disappeared. I found it odd. She was a bit older and hardly adventurous. Then I heard about Ninette and 2 other missing women.
I had a friend who disappeared once. Turns out he was under my bed, drunk. What?
I think the disappearances are connected, and I suspect foul play is involved.
Doesn't the Circle use phylacteries to keep track of its mages?
We followed her phylactery to a foundry, but found nothing. I had heard of sympathizers smuggling mages through Darktown, so came here hoping to pick up the trail. But no trace of Meren. And as you've seen, asking the locals hasn't made me very popular.
People don't just disappear. Perhaps they were murdered or kidnapped.
We found no bodies, no ransom notes. Those women just vanished.
Have you mentioned any of this to the city guard?
They say there's no proof the disappearances are connected. They think the women just left home, that it happens all the time.
I don't like the sound of this.
Neither do I, Ciri, but I cannot carry on. This battle showed that I'm no longer the warrior I used to be. I know when to walk away. Here, take my findings. Perhaps you can make more use of them. I'm going back to the gallows. I'm too old for this.
A foundry in Lowtown? I should look into that.
What was that?
A desire demon. Something like a succubus, but much more dangerous.
Those are human bones, aren't they? I'm gonna be sick.
A severed hand, a ring, and a pile of bones. Emmerich will want to see this. And I should bring the ring to Ghislaine. It might belong to Ninette. I couldn't bring back your wife, but here's a ring. It looks pricey.
Oh. Ninette's wedding ring. Yes. Look at the engraving. Forever faithful, forever yours. Oh. Written in happier times. Where did you find it?
Just know that she will not return.
It's better this way. Our marriage has been in shambles for more than a decade. I'll send the ring to her family. With luck, it will appease them. Thank you for all your help, Ciri. Make her watch over.
Recognize your mage?
You're horrible.
This was left in the foundry you mentioned in your notes. I was also attacked by shades.
These are human bones. Then there is no chance of finding Meren alive, or any of the others.
This isn't over. I'm going to get the bastard that did this.
I know how you feel, Ciri. I will bring this to the city guard immediately. It should be enough to convince them the disappearances are worth investigating.
I should have brought this to Eveline myself, but there was so much else going on at that time. I made a mistake.